My friend stole my girlfriend, but I made sure he lost her and everything else he had. Introduction. Betrayal is the worst thing a close person can do to you. You trust them, consider them your brother, and they stab you in the back without even blinking. I went through that. I was sure I had a friend I could trust, someone who would never betray me. We grew up together, went through school and college side by side, supported each other through tough times. He knew me better than anyone else. I thought our friendship was unbreakable, but he proved that you can be wrong about even the people you've known your whole life. He stole my girlfriend, but if he thought his life was going to get better after that, he was terribly mistaken. Because I didn't just get revenge, I made sure he lost everything. Part 1. A friend who turned out to be an enemy. Artem and I had been friends since childhood. We met in our neighborhood when we were 6. Our parents were friends, so we grew up together, went through school, got into college, and had our first jobs. I always thought he was a talented and smart guy, charismatic, easygoing, with a great sense of humor. It was easy for him to make friends, but I failed to notice something important. He was used to getting everything handed to him effortlessly. Whenever I faced obstacles, I worked hard. I studied. I fought for my place under the sun. Artem, on the other hand, always looked for shortcuts, using people for his own benefit. But back then I didn't see it, or maybe I just didn't want to. When I met her, it felt like my life was finally coming together. She was smart, beautiful, ambitious. We had shared interests, we were happy together. I truly loved her. I introduced them. Artem joked that he was happy for me, that I was lucky, and I thought I had nothing to worry about. After all, he was my best friend. He would never hurt me, right? Then one day when I suggested we move in together, she refused. "You're a great guy, but I just don't feel the same way." That's what I heard instead of yes. A few days later, I saw them together. They didn't even try to hide. Artem just shrugged and said, "Bro, these things happen. She made her choice." And then they walked away, leaving me behind. At that moment, I realized one thing. They both betrayed me. But if they thought I would just accept it, they didn't know me at all. Part 2. The plan for revenge. I wasn't going to scream, fight, or make a scene. That would have been too easy. I chose another way. I knew his weaknesses, his secrets. He loved showing off money he didn't actually have. He took out loans, lied, pretended to be someone he wasn't, and I decided to use that against him. The first thing I did was invest in myself. While he was enjoying his victory, I worked. I grew my business, expanded my network. I became successful at the exact moment when he started drowning in debt. But the most interesting part, I discovered that his new love wasn't as loyal as she seemed. She left me for him because he seemed more promising. But what would happen if he became a nobody? I simply waited. And when he hit rock bottom, she did exactly what I predicted. She left him for someone else, someone richer, more successful. Artem became nothing but excess baggage for her. Part 3. The fall. He was completely broken, drowning in debt. She was gone. Everyone who once admired him turned their backs on him. He was being evicted from his apartment, selling his belongings just to survive. And then he texted me. "We need to talk." I set up the meeting in a high-end restaurant, deliberately choosing a place he could no longer afford to enter. When he walked in, I immediately saw it. He was no longer the overconfident guy who betrayed me. "How have you been?" I asked. He glanced at the menu, realizing he couldn't afford even a cup of coffee. "You must hate me." "No, I just let you destroy your own life." He lowered his head. "I was an idiot." I looked at him and understood. He was no longer my enemy. He was just a broken man. You know, life always comes full circle. You betrayed your friend, stole his girlfriend, and now you have no girlfriend, no friend, no future. I left money on the table, but not for him, for the waiter. Then I got up and walked away, leaving him alone with his defeat. Conclusion. I wasn't angry. I felt no joy. I just moved on. Betrayers always get what they deserve. not because someone punishes them, but because they dig their own grave, and my friend fell right into it. All I did was watch while living my best life.